Welcome to BB Super Show. Nintendo news, let's playthroughs, and other stuff that you can use. Let's get this party started.
Oh yeah.
First of all, I'd like to welcome everyone to the brand new version of BB Super Show. I have worked hard for the past few weeks on the video layout to make this video like the old video game magazines of yesterday. These videos will cover news, previews, reviews, playthroughs, and other stuff that you can use. I hope everyone enjoys the show, and don't be afraid to leave a comment. Take care. Bill Brown. Nintendo today announced a brand new Nintendo 3DS XL that takes inspiration from the Pokemon Sun and Moon. The system launches on October 28th. Pokemon Sun and Moon comes out November 18th. The $200 system features a nice looking black color with the game's legendary creatures Solgaleo and Lunala on the cover. The game Pokemon Sun and Moon is sold separately. In a galaxy not far away at all, actually in our galaxy on the planet Earth, Nintendo has brought out a special edition new Galaxy style Nintendo 3DS XL. If you love purple, hate Pokemon, or just love looking at the stars, then this is the system for you.
We'll be right back after these messages. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
If your system wasn't stable enough, well, here you go. Nintendo 3DS System Update 11.0.0-34 is now available for the Nintendo 3DS. The Sonic Mania Collector's Edition is looking fantastic. You get this 12-inch Sonic the Hedgehog figure standing on top of the Sega Genesis that when you push the button it says Sega! And you get this metallic card with a download key, and you get this cool 16-bit cartridge with a golden ring. Now this is looking truly fantastic, and definitely a must-get for any Sonic the Hedgehog fan.
Warning, the following song you will hear will be stuck in your head all day long. Remember, I tried to warn you.
TV shows on the go, TV shows on the go. It's GBA Video, Game Boy Advance Video.
Now Game Boy Advance plays more than games. It's got TV shows too. With GBA Video, the shows are right in the cartridges. One video pack holds multiple episodes with full color and sound. So you can watch your favorite shows whenever you want, wherever you want.
Whoa, it's TV without the TV.
TV shows on the go, TV shows on the go.
Catch the start of something big, right in your hand.
It's GBA Video, Game Boy Advance Video.
Attention, we'll be right back after these messages. Oh yeah! Now it's time for some video games. Let's get this party started. Aw yeah. A quick look at 6 TMNT games you should play. Number 1.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Nintendo NES. The first one of the series is fantastic. Look at that cool artwork. Now we start off with our character's introduction here. We got Leonardo, Masters of the Katana Blades. We got ourselves Raphael, Master of the Sai. Let's see what we got next. Is this Donatello or is this Michelangelo? Donatello. No, this is Michelangelo. Couldn't tell with the graphics. Michelangelo with the nunchucks. And Donatello with his bow stick. Wait for it to catch up. There we go. What a fantastic game. The plot is April O'Neil has been kidnapped by the evil Shredder and the Foot Clan, and he also has a weapon that can turn Master Splinter back into his human form. So they are off to rescue their friend April O'Neil and also retrieve this weapon, which also happens to be a episode in the original cartoons. I forget how far in it was, but I watched it. I remember it. I just watched it recently, a matter of fact, again. So anyways, as you can see, it doesn't move great. You get some useful information from Master Splinter there. Bebop. As you can see, the graphics are not bad, not terrible, especially for Nintendo NES, and the game was extremely hard, because once your turtle loses health, he gets captured. Then you have to choose one of the next 3 turtles, and once they're all captured, it's game over. So very challenging. Let me beat Bebop there. And Rocksteady's got April O'Neil, but of course he takes off. So I'll get her back. And the map shows your position on the ground from Master Splinter. Number 2 of the series is a fantastic game. This is the arcade game, based off the arcade. And it was very well done for a Nintendo NES game. You get to pick one of the 4 turtles still. And I believe you could play up to 2 players on this version. In arcade you could play 4, but you can play 2 on this one. Some of the cabinets had 2, some had 4. I've seen both in the arcade, but this is fantastic. Look at the fire in the foreground there, it looks fantastic. Graphics, music's great. I can't play it because of YouTube will flag it, or well, somebody will flag it for the music, for copyright issues. But as you see, game looks fantastic. Foot Clan looks cool. There's April O'Neil screaming for help. Well, the place is on fire. And of course, let me take out these Foot Clan soldiers with their guns here, causing some trouble. Well, you get the one of the little transport tubes from the Technodrome, and out comes Bebop again. I believe that's Bebop. I was getting confused between Bebop and Rocksteady, but I believe that's Bebop again. Could be wrong. Correct me wrong if I'm in the comments. I've watched all the series and I still get confused all the time. But as you see, pretty cool graphics from the Nintendo NES. Cool. Now we show number 3 on the Nintendo NES, Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project. Cool artwork again. They did a really good job of all the artworks on these box arts. And we get the turtles coming out of the sewers. Here they are, looking cool. All they're showing off their weapons close up. So very cool. And we get to choose one of the players. I always like playing Michelangelo. First we get the story. The turtles are enjoying their vacation on a beach in Florida. That's where the frogs live. I forgot the frogs' names are. But suddenly, and it's not the Battletoad, somebody else. Come on, April's report is just about to start. Here in the New York, crime is escalating every day. I have an April O'Neil voice, don't I? Gee, what happened? Bummer, dudes. It's Shredder. Of course, Shredder always comes on TV, and now he's taking all of New York, all of Manhattan. Turtles, I'm taking April along with Manhattan Island. What a jerk. If you want them back, come and get them. So they are off to save Manhattan. No more vacation. So now you get to see that Manhattan, as you can see, I think the arcade version number 2, the second game, looks better than this third one. But it's still a fun game, don't get me wrong. It's cool that you can deflect the ninja stars if you hit it just right. So there's some cool Bebop again, causing trouble. This time he's actually got a little more color to him instead of black and white like the second one. So there are some cool things they added to this third one. But I prefer the arcade games still for some reason. I mean, this one's good though. The first one that I showed was the weaker of the three. Now we go on to the Game Boy Black and White. This is Back from the Sewers. And we get this cool scene of the city and clouds and everything. And then going down from the sewer there. Getting to shoot up. Come on up. Oh, I was going to show a close-up of the weapons. Now, it still surprises me that we're looking at a game on the Game Boy. Good job with graphics. They did a good job with what they had to work with. So as you can see, they look pretty cool. Sprites big. It's got these little axe scenes. It's a pretty fun game. All the original Game Boy games are pretty fun. It's a little bit more boring, I think. It's a little slower play, but they did a fantastic job with what they had to work with to put it on the original Game Boy Black and White. So you can see these buildings look cool. It's kind of simple gameplay, just go and whack them. But it looks cool. I screwed this up earlier. I was trying to cross this pipe and I forgot that it explodes, and then there's a mine below. Got double damage there. So very cool.
We'll be right back after these messages.
The last Metroid is in captivity.
And now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Okay, here's number 5 on the list. Another Game Boy game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan. Cool box art. And it came out in 1990. And they also, like I said from the last one, it's always amazed me how they've made these pretty graphical games on the Game Boy. Now this actually is the weakest of the graphics of the 3 games on the Game Boy. But it makes up for it in gameplay. This may be the best gameplay version because there's more exciting characters. They come at you different ways. Instead of just walking straight at you, they jump like ninjas would and so on. So a little more exciting. We get the Mousers, which look really cool. They really brought all the cartoon characters. More Bebop there. They did a really good job with it. It's a lot of fun. Of course, he's a little easy to beat, but still, I really like this game. I actually, when I was collecting these footage, I couldn't stop playing these games. A lot of fun. Even going back and capturing the footage. And some cool still screens there. That's very cool. Now, the number 6 on the list, which is a strange title, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Radical Rescue. Because it's radical, dude. So, 1993. And they all use password, I believe. All 3 of the games. The year has passed and Shredder has been defeated and he is back to cause some trouble. And the graphics, you can see, look fantastic on this game. Probably the best of the 3, I think. A lot of details. Background looks cool. Foreground. Turtle looks cool. It's got some interesting levels. I'm gonna have to go and beat all 3 of these games. I don't think I've only beaten the first one on the Game Boy Black and White. Not sure if I beat the other two, so I have them, so I better play them and beat them. Now that I've captured the footage, now it's got my gaming itch ready to play. As you can see, it looks fantastic. This is definitely 6 games worth checking out.
Game Boy Advance Video. The Game Boy had video? Really?
Yes, it is true. In 2004, the Game Boy Advance got video cartridges. Game Boy Advance Video is a format of putting full-color, full-motion videos on a Game Boy Advance cartridge. Now, this was a technology made by 4Kids Entertainment, and they were produced by Majesco. The cartridges were white. Most of the cartoons were about 45 minutes long. You had Cartoon Network, you had Nickelodeon, Disney, and Pokemon. So there was quite a few, and all those, they brought all these famous cartoons from their shows at this time out on these cartridges. Now, the cartridges, like I said, were white to distinguish them from regular gray cartridges, which was games. The resolution was 240 by 160. Now, you could play these in your Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, your Game Boy Micro, and the original DS. They could all play them, but they could not play it on the Game Boy Player. They put in a copyright protection system, so it would not work on the Game Boy Player. And the reason why they did it, they were afraid people were going to copy these videos to their VHS. Now, with that resolution of 240 by 160 or whatever it was, that is, I don't see why they were afraid. I mean, by the time you watch it on a normal TV, that would have looked terrible in the first place. Now, on the Game Boy Advance, I have to admit, the video it's a little grainy at times, but for what it is on that small screen, it looks pretty darn good. The sound was good. I took them on road trips a few times. I have about 6 of these cartridges, and I must say they were pretty cool. Me and my friend Cliff bought them back in the day when they came out. They were about $10 a piece. Now, there was 2 movies, Shrek 2 and Shark's Tale. They retailed at $30. If you see them on the market, they're definitely worth picking up. I imagine you can buy them even cheaper nowadays, especially if you have a Game Boy Advance or even on your DS. They look pretty good. So, definitely worth picking up and checking out. Like I said, they were originally $10. I bet you can pick them up for half price, probably, if even that. So definitely check them out if you can find them.
Attention! We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome to Nintendo Land, where anything can happen Nintendo style. Don't miss these exciting episodes. Stay tuned for the show. Here we go.
It's me, Mario!
Oh, yeah! Back to the show.
Thank you, my friend.